Grand day, amazing souls. How are you feeling? So, let's jump on into it. This transmission hit me like a ton of bricks this rising. Something happened, and I known it over, but I didn't stay. I wasn't able to really immerse myself into it to find out what I needed from that. And so, this rising, my spirit really said, let's dive a little deeper into this because we need you to understand that you are first, So this transmission is called Snakes Don't Hiss Anymore. And I'm pretty sure those who, and I don't even think I've ever heard that term, but it's just really common sense, right? Snakes, when they hiss, they're letting you know that they're coming. They're letting you know that danger is near and they feel in danger or threatened, right? So, with that being said, it is important that we are mindful of the energies that we keep around us. Now, me, I've always been very emotional, right? And empaths, they normally can sense and feel my energy because my emotions are very strong, right? I have a frequency about me that you will know if I like you. You will know if whatever the case is. I just have a strong energy, and I know this because so many people tell me this, and it's like, wow, I never understood this energy thing, right? I understand it on a I guess I didn't understand it. I think I overstood it. Right? But anyway, so something, and I don't even remember what it was, but this is what I do know. 222. I'm telling you, these numbers is something was said to me. And one thing that I do, I've started learning to honor my body, right? Because I am a generator, operator, and destroyer. And I'm really honoring my body because my body is, and not my light body, my physical body is my first line of defense because it's the biggest organ that I have, right? And you have. Secondly, my light body, right? That is my that is my that is how I set my boundaries, right? Knowing what my physical body is sensing and telling me, and that's why it's important to keep it clean. And I ain't even gonna lie, I've been doing some things, food, y'all. Um, I've been doing a little food that could throw me off. However, my spirit was like, no, we're gonna catch this. We're gonna eat this whole snack because we got to get this down packed right here, right now. We have plans, and it ain't to be deterred. So this individual said something to me, and you know, I noticed that my whole energy was off, right? But I didn't pay too much attention to it because of reasons, right? So when me and this individual get along, the individual says, "What's wrong with you? Your energy just went way down." And that told me a whole bunch when that individual said that to me, right? And that is where I was like, whoa. I mean, my antennas went all the way up on that one, right? And I'm like, huh, you're aware that my energy has just did something different, but you act like you don't know. That's first and foremost. And secondly, why is my energy so important to you? You know, And I'm like, instead of you questioning, hmm, could I have said something? You know, because at this point I honestly forgot. But my thing is, when my energetic level changed. And instead of you saying, well, such and such and such, or apologizing, no. Because my energy didn't just change because, right? And this is the thing that we all, and look, this is not for those who already know and have mastered their emotions. This is not for you. And if you choose to, listen to it, gratitude. But I don't want, y'all to feel like, oh, she preaching to the choir. That's not my goal. I'm just truly learning how to navigate my emotions. So I'm like, feel it's important that I assist someone else, right? And that's where I'm at with it. And it's like we have to be more mindful and honoring ourselves, because if we do not do it, no one else is going to do that. This is about the self love, the self preservation, the self respect, the self worth, the self healing, the self everything, the self independent self, right? And really understanding what's going on here in this space and place is just allowing me to become the greatest version of myself that I've always knew was within, right? And it feels pretty darn good to be able to access these parts of me that I have suppressed because of trauma and because of pain and because of unhealthy habits, right? So tune in to your body, because your body will tell you, your body is going to tell you all that you need to know. People not to be around, people that you can engage with, right? And just because someone is good for you for a moment does not mean that a person or energy or entity is going to be good for you for a lifetime, right? And that's another thing that we should always reconsider, right? Okay, I'm here. Do I need this individual in my life for this part of this chapter, right? Because not everyone is supposed to go with us, and I'm really understanding it today. This is something we put so much on ourselves, and we don't even pay attention to the self when the self is saying, okay, I've had enough, or I'm done with this, or I don't want anymore, or I can't handle this, right? We ignore the self. And this is where we have to have an understanding with our inner being that we have, we are an intelligence, right? We are an intelligence that cannot be matched. Period. I hear a lot of people talking about, oh, AI this, and I get that, right? I get that. However, we are it and it is us. We are everything and nothing at the same time. And once we start honoring that, once we start believing that, once we start knowing that, we will be able to really grow and heal ourselves and shift into the timeline that we desire, right? And I encourage you all to just tap in and tune in with yourselves, because when I tap in, my higher self always give me that information, that download, that that thing that I need to move forward throughout my day, for me to pay attention to, for me to access, right? So if there's an ailment in the body, if there's a feeling, any kind of feeling in the body, it's telling you to pay attention. That is how you know your body is working. That's exactly how you know your body is working. Okay? So listen to your mind. Well, listen to your body. Your body will, your body will, your body has everything it needs to move forward. So That's all I have for you today. If you haven't heard it today, 10:01, I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we, because we are one. And once we understand that, man, we're going to treat everyone that is around us with the same level of understanding, the same level of peace, the same level of love, and the same level of I am. Peace. Have an amazing rest of your day.